In this edition of 2020 Daily Trail Markers, the impeachment inquiry into President Trump is not only dominating national politics, the issue is now seeping into smaller state races. At a town hall in Carroll County, Iowa, Thursday, Republican Senator Joni Ernst was confronted about her, quote, silence in the scandal and for, quote, not standing up to the president.
President Trump, I can say yay, nay, whatever. President is going to say what the president is going to do. It's up to us as members of Congress to continue working with our allies, making sure that we remain strong in the face of adversity. I mean, that's what we have to do, is continue to encourage those other countries.
Let's bring in Adam Brewster and Aaron Navarro. Adam is a CBS News 2020 campaign reporter, and Aaron is a broadcast associate in the CBS News political unit. Welcome to both of you. Adam, let me start with you. You were at the senator's town hall. Was the constituents' concern there echoed throughout the event?
That was actually the only line of questioning about impeachment that Senator Ernst faced from constituents yesterday. Many of the other questions she faced, a few on guns, a few on climate change, some questions on ethanol, some more local issue questions that these senators and Congress men and women get when they come back into their state and into their districts. So this was really the only issue on impeachment. Now, there were some people applauding as the woman pushed Senator Ernst, and there was a solid round of applause when Senator Ernst said unequivocally whistleblowers should be protected, and said she stands with Iowa's senior Senator Chuck Grassley, who came out earlier this week and said that whistleblowers need to be protected, as the president has sort of attacked the whistleblower.
And Adam, how did the senator react to the news of Mr. Trump calling on China to investigate? What is her stance on this issue of impeachment?
So, she says that this needs to continue to be investigated. It's going to be done through the Senate Intelligence Committee and through a bipartisan manner. Of course, how House Democrats feel is just one half of the equation. The Senate, of course, is where the trial would happen. And Senator Ernst said yesterday, though, that she believes that corruption should be ferreted out no matter where it is. She's one of the Senate seats that Democrats would like to flip. The DSCC, the Senate campaign arm here, has endorsed a candidate, and she has 3 other Democratic challengers who she could face one of them next November.
And Aaron, let me turn to you now. Representative Elaine Luria also held a town hall Thursday in Virginia Beach. How did she defend her stance on the impeachment inquiry?
Yeah, like so many vulnerable House Democrats, she said she didn't come to Congress to impeach the president. She wanted to focus on kitchen table issues like the economy and healthcare. But she said with the recent news about Ukraine, a line was crossed. She said it was a clear example of enlisting foreign help to interfere in next year's elections, and that it was a misuse of power. Now, Luria is one of the 7 freshman Democrats that wrote that op-ed and has a national security background. She mentioned that in her defense of her stance and said, "I didn't spend 20 years defending our country to watch our Constitution be trampled on."
And Aaron, after the event, the lawmaker was asked about the president calling on China to investigate Biden. I want to play some of her response to that.
Security risk-wise, the president was even more brazen today to call on China, who is not our ally, to do something similar to try to hurt a potential political opponent. So I think it's truly gotten out of hand, and I think that the president is using his office to benefit himself more than he is to use it for the good of the American people, and that is why I'm so concerned right now.
And how are her constituents responding to Luria's stance on the investigation?
Yeah, definitely. So it was an interesting town hall format. They gave 20 minutes dedicated to just impeachment, but the questions were written in. The first card said, "Congrats on your brave decision," and that was immediately followed by a standing ovation by most in the crowd. But a good quarter of the crowd gave some boos. The next question was saying, we criticized Chairman Adam Schiff and the impeachment inquiry overall. And, when I talked to some of the voters after the town hall, one man said this is just another attempt by Democrats to remove the president, that this will all boil over and that they'll move on to the next thing. One supporter that voted for Luria in 2018 said it was a brave decision and agreed that a line was crossed and it was time to begin the impeachment inquiry.
Okay, and Adam, you attended a campaign event held by the former vice president's wife, Jill Biden. You asked her about Hunter Biden's involvement with that Ukrainian gas company and whether it was a conflict of interest. Here's her response.
No, I don't. You know, I know my son Hunter. I know his values. I know his heart. I know that Donald Trump is scared to death of Joe Biden, and he's going to do and say anything he can to try to take down the Biden family. But we're resilient, and we're going to fight back. We're not going to take it.
So how is Jill Biden handling this controversy on the trail?
So it came up at an earlier stop I was at with her in Vinton, Iowa, not too far here from Cedar Rapids. I'm standing outside her office where we did that short interview with Dr. Biden. And earlier she said a similar thing. She said that the family, has felt under attack, but they are going to fight back, and that they don't want the president, what they say, spreading lies about their family. And she said forcefully, we're going to continue to fight back and push back against that. Yesterday, former Vice President Biden said that his son Hunter will be out on the trail. I asked Dr. Biden when we might see him. She said she didn't know exactly when yet, but that we will be seeing the whole family out on the trail at some point.
All right. Well, Adam Brewster and Aaron Navarro, thanks to both of you, and great work out on the trail yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you.